Thank you, Nick. If I can put that in there and make it work or not. Can you hear that okay? My name is Billy Long. I'm out of Springfield, Missouri. And my wife and I, Barbara, were married 26 years ago next month. And we've raised our daughters in a good Christian home. We got married at First and Calvary Presbyterian Church, and that's where we're still members today. I wanted to do this back in the 90s when Roy did it, but the kids were too young. I didn't want to raise them up in D.C. In my heart, I wanted to do it. In my head, it wasn't a practical matter. I just didn't want to raise the kids up in D.C. This time, when it came around, Roy was in town a year ago, January, and he said, I'm looking at Kit Bond's seat. I said, I'm in. I'm running. I want to run. I wanted to run then for the same reason I want to run now. I think that we need to send business people to Washington, D.C. Every time a seat like this comes open, they go to the political community. Whose turn is it? Who's moving up the ladder in the political world? I think we need to send people that have signed the front of a check, like myself, for 30 years. I've run my own business 30 years. Back in the late 70s, I was a real estate broker. A fellow named Jimmy Carter was president. Interest rates were 16, 17, 18% on a home. Nothing was selling. I thought, why couldn't you go off to auction school and learn how to auction these houses? So that's what I did. Came home knowing nothing about auctions, asked Mom to cashier and Dad to clerk, and started out, went on to build the biggest auction company in the state. I developed a real estate company in the mid-90s, built it up from 5 agents to 128 agents, again not knowing what I was doing with building a real estate company, but I think I've got a pretty high CSQ, if I could talk, common sense quotient, and that's what I want to take to Washington, D.C. I want to be your eyes and ears in D.C. I'm 54 years old. I'll be 55 next month. I'll be 55 a week after the election. I don't care if I get reelected. I want to go up there and do the right things for the right reasons every day I'm there. I want to represent you. My competitors will gladly tell you Billy has no experience. And I've got news for you. I think we've got enough experience in Washington, D.C., political experience, to choke a horse. Everybody that's around President Obama, his whole inner circle, you look at those people, they've never signed the front of a check. You tell me how many people in his inner circle, all of his people, have ever run and operated a business, hired people, known when to lay off people. I was talking to a gentleman out here earlier. When you have to pay your employees into their SEP account, and oh, by the way, you don't pay into your SEP account for 2 or 3 years, but you still do it for your employees, those are the type of decisions that you have to make. I've had the good fortune of being endorsed in this race by Mel Hancock, by Sarah Steelman, by Mike Huckabee, and Missouri Right to Life. I'm the only candidate in the race endorsed by Missouri Right to Life. When I did talk radio for 6 years, I fought for the innocent unborn on there for 6 years, and I plan to do that in Washington. I appreciate your vote, Billy Long, and yes, I am fed up, and if you want to help with our campaign, you can dial 88-FED-UP. Thank you.